Go live? Question mark? Oh, it fucking worked. It fucking worked, finally.
That's good.
Okay, so here's the thing, alright? This fucking... YouTube is awful. YouTube is awful, and I hate it. Fuck you, YouTube. Okay, so I need... Where is... Can you find the link? And tweet it out. I've never used this dashboard. If you see this, it's a little bit different.
I don't see it yet.
Must join... yeah, I'm going to wait for people to start. But, this is way worse. Bum, 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 bum. Thought we were going to see a live stream today. What are you talking about? You're right there. There you are.
I still don't see us on the thing. Do you?
I mean, 23 people got a thing for it, so let's see. I don't know what the URL for it is. Hey, can someone copy the link that you're looking at right now into chat? Because I don't know how to find it in this fucking...
I'm on it, and we are not live.
No, you're wrong. That's the wrong one.
That's literally has today's date on it. What are you talking about?
That's the wrong one.
Did you start a new one?
I sure did.
Oh. Well, you didn't say that.
I definitely did.
No, you didn't.
I said I had to use the new the stream now. Yeah, you don't know what that means. You know how to do it. So let me see where
I'll find it.
The link is. How do I share? Here we go.
Live.
Share.
There we go. Okay. I'll tweet it and then you can retweet.
Yeah. I'm going to put it on Discord and stuff.
Hi, everyone, by the way. Sorry for the delays.
Yeah. We had Now Live on your channel. Thanks, Gmail. So we're gonna wait for a second and tweet this out and make sure that everybody gets to do the thing. We had to do it at a different place. So for some reason, so how it works on YouTube or Twitch is you put your stream key into your thing and you press start and it begins. On YouTube, you click it in there, it sends packets of information to YouTube, and then through YouTube's service, you say preview, and then it shows you the preview of the stream, and then you have to wait for it to say okay, you can go, and then you press okay, stream. That service is fucking wonky. It barely ever works. We're hearing Jake and Hugo on each other's mics. That shouldn't be the case. You're not hearing me right now, so I can switch them.
Can you turn them down?
Oh, we just mean we're hearing each other. Yeah. I see. Yeah, see, I don't know why that was happening. What we can do is put this one in the middle.
Yeah, maybe just mute this. Sure. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, oh, I'm gonna change the thing, man.
Okay.
Here, I'll do that. And they'll be able to hear you.
Okay. I'll try and project.
You should anyway.
I'll speak from the diaphragm.
That's where it happens. That's where the magic happens. That's what they say, right? On Cribs, MTV Cribs.
That's an old reference.
That's where the magic happens. Hey kids, you watch MTV Cribs?
No one knows what that is.
I barely know what that is, to be honest. All right, now I can finally get the link to this. We might sound tinny at first. I don't know why. So the first time we used these mics in the new studio, they weren't picking each other up. And the second time we used them, they were pretty good. The third time, they picked each other up a ton. So I'm going to tweet some shit at... Oh, that's a DM. Nope. There we go. And then we'll begin. We have many a package.
Yeah.
Many a package. Most of them are slim, though. We have like 20 packages, but all of them are very... they're not bulky like usual.
You know what's convenient about this? When we get DVDs and stuff now, they'll be in the room where the DVDs go. So that's nice. Yeah. We can just put them on the shelf.
Sergeant Whiskers with $2. OG viewer and second-time donator. I love you, Hugo.
I love you, too.
You said it! That means it's official. Okay. Live now with your packages... in our hands. Paste. See? I can mark it. Copy. Boom. And now I'll go to the Discord. This is so much more wonky when it doesn't just work. I'm really upset that it doesn't just work. Tell me about your package, Jake. If you've seen Sarah's artwork, you've seen plenty of it. You don't need any more. You don't need any more. Everyone. Boink. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? Cyrus, thanks so much for the $2 dues. And you retracted your message. That hurt me, okay? That hurt me, Cyrus. It doesn't say your name anymore, but that hurt. Okay. I can look at both of us live and do that. So we had a tornado warning. There was rotation at Timber's Bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it seemed to have skipped over top of us, but Sarah was worried about it, so. I never catch these. Jake, you should.
Even if there is a tornado, what are the chances it's going to go over you, like specifically where you are? It's like a point, like top down, it's like a point, and it's the whole city, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also it's...
I've seen the movie Twister. I'm an expert at twisters now.
So if every twister was like in the movie Twister,
yeah,
you should know that it obviously doesn't matter if it's just sitting on one point.
I'm not Bill Paxton, so...
No, you're clearly Carrie Ells. Because you're the dumb one in this situation. We're like, fuck it! There's everything outside the tornado, totally fine. You can walk right up to those things. You can lasso it like that one movie, Tall Tale. You remember that movie, Tall Tale?
No, but at the end of Twister, they tied themselves to a really deep pipe, and it was fine. Okay, but they were held. They were held to the earth by the gravity of Helen Hunt's dense heart. So, anyway, that was Helen Hunt, right? I feel like she's mean. Does anyone else feel like Helen Hunt's probably a mean person? I don't know. An F5 can be a mile in diameter. We don't get those here. It was probably fine. Sarah's she doesn't really deal with these. So I'm going to open one from Michelle. This is a letter or something. I feel like it's probably a chick tract. We get sent those a lot. From Michelle, what Anthrax said. Guys, how about we not comment or speculate on how they look? Wait, me? Both of us. Or tornadoes. This is not a chick tract. It's a well-written letter. Actually, it looks typed. But it's typed in cursive. Okay. Solid. Ooh, a big letter. Guys, we like letters, okay? Fills up the content, okay? Fills up the content. Dear Hugo and Jake, I hope you're doing well outside of having to deal with argumentative people on Twitter. Also, Kent. He's punchable. I am doing rather well, I think. This says Jonathan, but it was mailed from a Michelle. Did you steal... Michelle, are you stealing Jonathan's mail? You think that's what happened? That's a federal offense. It's a federal offense? It was nice of them to steal it and then send it where it was supposed to go, though. That's nice of them. Mm. Oh, no, I found it. Wait, why did you... Okay, hold on. I don't actually know... Okay, so you wrote Jonathan on the letter. I'm going to assume this is the correct name because the next one is, after many years of self-examination, I have realized that I am trans. Luckily, my parents have been very nice about this whole business, so I'm moving along pretty well with it. Still got a long way to go, though. I enjoy your content a lot, both for the comedy and to view a culture so far of my own. I was raised by coastal California deists, which is to say hippies. We trend towards atheism, though Papa holds with heaven. You call your dad Papa? That's adorable. Why is Hugo's cam so much closer? I had to move it a little bit. I can make him.
I can make Hugo smaller. Check this out. Look at this. Is this better? Little Hugo up there. You want to be on my shoulder, like my conscience?
No.
Do you think Hugo as my conscience would be better or worse? I don't know why. I think Hugo's camera might just be...
I think I would find it futile, because I know that you don't like to be told what to do.
Yeah, but you're my conscience. It's totally different, right? That's basically like I can take credit for it. Goody with a $5. Jake, I can still hear you interrupting G-Man from not answering your question. Did you watch that at all?
No.
He just yelled at me. It's not worth your time. I asked... It doesn't matter. I asked him questions, and then he got mad at me.
I'd debate G-Man. That sounds like a fun time.
Do you want me to... You should tell... Well, Jim... Okay, he got mad at Jim, too, because Jim was like, are you trolling me, G-Man? Because he was just yelling. He yelled so loud, his mic stopped working for a little bit. Yeah, it just turned off. I love your content. I love your murd. That's your name. So Papa believes in heaven and hell. At least to those who talk about real Christian values, let you yet utterly act against them. Cheney, Reagan, Hitler, Trump, Sessions, Paul Ryan, the lot. He also works at a Christian college here in town, and so he's gotten to see many of the intersect rivalries, all the little deities and hypocrisies. Fascinating stuff, at least to me. He remains a deist because he was hit by a car when he was 7 and was briefly clinically dead. The doctor said it was a medical miracle, and that's all I know of it. Probably wasn't. It probably wasn't a medical miracle. His mic literally rage quit. That's true. I started going back to church. I think. I am sorry. There is a local church I fell in love with because you ever see something broken down and you feel bad for it?
Like a band, like watching people go through abandoned malls on YouTube.
Yeah.
You just gotta watch the collapse of neo-capitalism.
It was like that for me with St. Anthony's. It looks so Catholic and strange, like no other building in the city, but it's run down because it was bought by a local white-collar crime family who are hoping it will fall down so that they can claim an overall loss. The congregation themselves are nice people, very lefty. They broke with the church proper because they are okay with abortion, gay marriage, and trans and poly and so forth. But there are only 33 members in all, and they are rapidly dying. I view myself as a bit of a psychopomp? I don't know what that word means in that way. Guiding a dying building and dying congregation onwards. When I told one of my atheist coworkers about all this, he didn't take it well. Told me I should be an atheist because atheism hasn't started any wars, so it is morally superior. If I listened to Dawkins, he told me I'd understand the truth. I left the conversation there. Even though I go to this church, may I still watch your show and send you letters and such? You can say no if you want, but I figured I should explain the whole sordid tale. Would drew me back to church despite love of the show. I don't care if you go to church. I don't think it matters at all.
Not particularly.
You could be here if you're a Christian. You're not probably going to care for it that much if you're a Christian. But, yeah, I just don't see it. I don't really have a problem with it. Did you like church at all? Like, did you enjoy your experiences there?
It depends on what you mean. The actual church that I went to when I was younger was fine. It was, I don't remember. It was, if it wasn't non-denominational at the time, it became it very soon after I left. Sure. Because I know it's non-denominational now. As far as I know, they were never like super hardline or anything. The school I went to that was also a church was very bad. They were the hardline Catholic, or not Catholic, Baptist ones. But the actual like church I went to, I don't remember. It was just a thing I did as a kid. Yeah. I didn't have really negative, like, I disliked it in as much as I disliked being forced to do anything. You know what I mean? Because it felt like at work, because Sunday school, sometimes you would get like, hey, by next week, homework. Read this thing or whatever, and I didn't like doing that. But like they did VBS, which is like Vacation Bible School, where you go every day for like a week and they have different events and stuff.
Did you go to camp too at some point?
Yeah. The content of VBS is bullshit, but like there was some fun stuff for a kid. They did like giant Monopoly, where it was Monopoly, but you were the pieces and the whole gym was the board.
Okay, yeah.
And they had like props and stuff. And
did you see the new Monopoly that just came out? It's called Ms. Is that Ms?
Yeah.
Ms. Monopoly. And when ladies pass go, they get 240. And when men pass go, they get 200. Which, in the game Monopoly, since everyone does start out equal, they're saying, oh, look at the flip side of how capitalism works or whatever. I love it. It's also corporate woke bait. Yeah. It's they literally... I guarantee someone was like, look at all the people on the internet that get mad at this shit. Let's do something about the wage gap, go the opposite direction with it, and we're going to get viral. It's literally viral marketing. We have to do nothing. People are going to buy into that. It's bait. It's bait.
Monopoly is actually an interesting story. Parker Brothers, I believe, bought that. And there was it was based on another game. This woman made it, and it was an example to be like, hey, capitalism is kind of fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't actually Monopoly at that point. It was called something else. I forgot. You can Google it.
Dirty commies.
But like you would play one round with Monopoly rules, and the point would be to be like, isn't this unfair and fucked up? How once you start to accrue assets, basically you're gonna win because that's, you know what I mean? Rich get richer. And then the second round you would play as a more fair, like, socialist or communistic society rules.
That sounds like a more interesting game, to be honest.
Well, that was the point. It was a teaching tool to be like, hey, let this illustrate. And then Parker Brothers was like, fuck that. We're going to buy the game from you and then change it and take out the second part.
I do love Monopoly. I love playing Monopoly. A lot of people hate it. I don't know. There's something about it. I just enjoy it. Because we always do it like alliances and deals, and you sort of broker it. It's kind of it's a safe way to do like Wolf of Wall Street shit.
If you're gonna do that, I'd rather just play Risk. Monopoly, there's so
Risk
much...
is like a violence, though. Like, I kind of like the idea of
capitalism is violence.
There you go. I mean, sure, but
there's your sound.
I like there's your sound. But I like the idea of sitting across from somebody and going $500, and they go no. $550.
Sure.
And I like making the deals and stuff, and we used to drink and eat pizza and shit on Monopoly nights. That was fun. I mean, we would literally sit in it was back when I lived with my mom when I was in college, like around that party time year. Yeah, and we used to have people over, and we'd have a big gaming table, and yeah, that was fun, man. That was a good time. Anyway, so I have two to pick from. I have one from a Julian, and then I have another from the Garner Ted Armstrong Evangelistic Association. That's what I thought. Okay. No... I don't know who sent that to us. I don't know what's in there, but I figured you want that one.
So. Good for Sarah, by the way. Now all the trash will remain in my home until I clean it up.
There you go. Well, do we have a trash can?
No, I'll get one. The Garner Ted Armstrong Evangelist Association. Yes, please send the free audio CD entitled Blasphemy. Should we send this? Should we get this audio CD entitled Blasphemy?
Audio? I don't have a CD drive, do you?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Silox, thanks for the $2 dues.
Oh, they couldn't even shell out for the fucking prepaid.
Yikes.
Goddamn. Well, they're probably going to ask for money.
I want to see you play Cards Against Humanity for stream at least once. That could be fun.
Let's see. Dear members and co-workers, whether you're talking about North Korea, wow, this is taking a turn I didn't expect it to right off the bat. Whether you're talking about North Korea, Iran, or the bigger players of Russia and China. China.
Jake likes to LARP as a capitalist CEO. I definitely do, Angel Fitz.
Yeah. It's obvious that even rudimentary trade could not proceed over the world's shipping routes without the oversight of the United States. Oh, God. It is our military that keeps thieves, pirates, and rogue nations from disrupting the life's blood of the world economy.
Can I keep this for D&D? Because this guy's LARPing as fuck right now.
Right now, it's the critical straits of Hormuz. Hormuz? I don't know what that is. Through which 40% of the world's oil supply flows, and Iran, the world's leading financer of terror acting out Saudi Arabia, exists? Anyway, their economy is in tatters. The Ayatollah's international accounts have been frozen.
Anytime someone says Ayatollah, no matter what, I laugh.
And the Islamic regime has gone on the offense. First, we have a little background to put recent events that have led to the current brink of war with Iran into chronological order. Bolton's out as National Security Advisor, so Hopefully no war with Iran. That'd be great. April 8th, President Trump declared the Iranian Revolutionary Guard a terrorist organization. May 2nd, the U.S. revoked all waivers for nations continuing to do business with Iran. May 5th, the U.S. announced the deployment of carrier troops to the Gulf region. Additional sanctions on metals, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Let's see. The British seized an Iranian tanker loaded with crude oil destined for Syria, going through the Straits of Gibraltar into the Mediterranean Sea. The trip all the way down the coast around the southern tip of Africa and up to Gibraltar must have taken weeks, but it was clandestine. The Iranian tanker couldn't very well go through the Suez Canal, which would have been the logical route, because the ship would have been caught.
Why is this evangelical center sending us this political memo?
I don't know.
It's very strange.
Iran seems to be playing a dangerous game of brinksmanship now with the seizures of British-flagged vessels in the Straits of Hormuz. Maybe you've heard the radio traffic that transpired during the heard
the radio traffic? What are you talking about? Maybe you've heard the radio traffic. You know, all the people that subscribe to this newsletter with CB radios tuned into international maritime channels. Really?
Recent weeks have seen Iran boasting that it's breaking every constraint built into the nuclear deal of the Obama years. No.
Silox with $20. I'm going to make a D&D character that talks like this. Yeah. Thank you, Silox!
President Trump, as you know, has canceled the arrangement, saying that it guaranteed that Iran would become a nuclear-armed power in a few years if they didn't cheat on the terms, which everyone knew they would. Goddamn, guys. They had independent inspectors going in. Anyway, Iran is now publicly broadcasting that it's violating the agreement. Trump, you just said Trump pulled out of it. How can they be violating an agreement that is now null and void? What are you talking about? Let's see. Let me skip. Iran now claims they're detaining 17 CIA spies, but none are Americans. The regime says that they were recruited to be spies when they applied for visas to visit the U.S. Oh, boy. Let me get to the bottom here and see what
nitty-gritty.
Are they just going to ask for money at the end of this? Is this a scare tactic?
I want cloaks to come back into fashion so I can feel like a D&D character every time I leave the house. You don't have to. They don't have to be in fashion for you to wear a cloak. Wear a cloak, and then every time you turn, go with it, and it'll whip in the wind behind you. That's that good shit, okay? That'll make you feel epic as fuck. That's what you want.
The international situation is growing tense. We'd hate to imagine what could be transpiring if Iran and its proxies throughout the Middle East didn't have the United States and Israel to check its ambition.
Ooh, pro-Israel. But pro-apartheid.
We've got operations underway here in the United States designed to bring down the Trump administration and turn the U.S. into just another emasculated administrator of socialism.
Wait.
Socialism. For, ladies like Lenin and Stalin.
Ladies? I don't understand why it emasculates you.
Stalin only killed a few 100 million people. What the fuck? What a pussy.
What a bitch.
The most irritating factor in the push is the role of the mainstream media, social media platforms, and search engines. They're doing everything imaginable to regulate the information people access. They've determined that they can direct, if not dominate, public opinion through algorithms and promote favored socialist views, while banning, shadow banning, and deleting or hiding information that might lead to the masses to conclude that they are not in sync with their agenda.
Aww.
We've now got people in Congress dominating the news cycle who hate everything for which the United States stands. He's talking about AOC and the other brown congresswomen, I'm guessing.
Oh, no.
This is a little dog whistling. Historic.
A little?
Yeah.
It's like a chorus of dog horn section.
Historic murals have been painted over, I'm guessing. Monuments toppled and defaced because the would-be socialists don't want current or future generations being subjected to our history.
Wait a second. I don't think knocking down Robert E. Lee statues in enemy state southern country is socialists, right? I think there's a lot of people in there. And I mean, I don't really care one way or another, but I mean, like, if you're
I'm neutral until you're like, no, this is our history. No, it's an enemy state's history that tried to take over the United States with lethal force in order to keep their slave state. Like, it's a little bit different than what you're saying. It's not your fucking heritage, okay? Your heritage, if you're in the South, is you lost the fucking Civil War. That's part of your heritage. You don't get to pretend and LARP that you guys, like, rose above the dirty, dirty Union soldiers and took over Dirty Abe. And then fucking, what was that guy's name? The president? Something Jackson. Or something like that.
Fuck.
You know the one.
The president of the Confederacy?
I can't remember his name. Jefferson Johnson Jackson.
I forgot.
Jefferson Johnson Jackson. I can't remember.
I don't remember world leaders from countries that don't exist
anymore.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Lately, there's been very little actual news. Rather, we have hosts and guests doing everything within their power to convince us that United States was founded on principles of racism.
Jesus
Racism
Christ.
is in all caps. The 3/5 Compromise.
Oh, yeah.
Was a fundamental part of the founding of this country.
Jefferson Davis.
Like, you can... It's cool if you want to, like the Founding Fathers.
Oh.
But you're burying your head in the goddamn sand if you don't think that a lot of the founding principles of this country were based in racism.
Yeah, and also, I'd like to point out that Jefferson Davis tried to have a libertarian utopia where the states had individual rights, and this is one of the reasons that the South lost the war, because they couldn't consolidate money. And so he started taxing the other states, and because they were like these free individual states, they weren't a union like the North. Some of them denied sending tax money to the overarching structure, and they didn't have the money to fund the war they needed to fight to have their separate states. It was really interesting. This is why any anarchy tends to not work. Okay, it's very, very funny. So I like that a lot.
So they've gone to... We're almost at the end, by the way.
Nice.
I know this is long. So they've gone to calling all patriotic Americans racist in the hopes that we'll embrace socialist indoctrination to avoid the label.
I have to ask a question about what do you think about yourself that makes you not racist? If you're like, yeah, I want to prop up Robert E. Lee. I like what he stood for.
They're not actively lynching black people. So
that said, Robert E. Lee was a Virginian. I don't know that he was loyal to the Virginian Army his state more than the Union. I don't know. Does anyone know Robert E. Lee's stances on slavery? I don't know that he gave a shit about slavery necessarily, but I mean, just in general, the Confederacy was literally for slavery. Even PragerU fucking agrees. When PragerU makes a video about it, and they accidentally get something correct, like, you know you're on the wrong side of this argument when you say the Civil War wasn't about slavery. Yeah, it fucking was. We have signed documents about it. Like, come on.
If and when they ever succeed in stamping out Judeo-Christian background, as it's called, the world will erupt into anarchy with no righteous power to intervene. They know most of human history has not included Christianity, right? Anyway. There are those who say that things are so bad we might as well get it over with and let nature take its course. Fucking anti-natalists? What? But when you read the prophecies related to the end of the age, you'll realize that it's not something you want for yourself or any of your loved ones. Well, if you're a Christian, you should want that, though, because that's God's divine plan. Why are you being against their plan, guys? A world without the United States of America as founded, with slavery, is someplace none of us wants to be. I don't really care.
Leon slaves?
If Canada wants to annex us, that'd be pretty rad.
Robert E. Lee was described by his slaves as the worst man alive. Yikes. Yeah. I didn't know that. I was more focused on the Union when I studied the American Civil War. William Tecumseh Sherman and stuff like that, more than I was on Robert E. Lee. But I have watched Ken Burns' Civil War documentary series 4 times. They don't bring up the slavery a ton.
Our free offer this month is a sermon by Garner Ted Armstrong entitled Blasphemy. Feel free to listen to it in the context of everything going around us in modern society. Those calling everybody racist are the same ones that want gods out of education. out of our laws, out of our memory. Yes, please keep your religion out of our laws. That'd be great. Yeah. His blessings simply won't be tolerated by preachers of tolerance. I think we need to send away for this CD and put it on the board and like listen to it if we like do another wheel.
Can I save that?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is such a good. Like this has inspired me to make propaganda for D&D. Not even kidding. I'm putting it in my pocket so I don't forget it.
Remind me before you go. Your prop came in.
I have a prop
for my D&D thing that I got. Yeah.
You ordered me a prop. Wait, did we talk? Oh, we did. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Apparently, we also have some other props somewhere in this pile. So, nice. Also look at Sarah's Twitter from last night. You'll understand my crackdown. Oh, I'm not. Anyway. So we do have more. By the way, we are taking super chats as per usual, but we will answer questions and stuff if you have questions or whatever. I know sometimes people don't want to interrupt, but that's kind of the nature of live streaming. So this is from Julian. Julian, what do you got for me? Oop, there's a tract. Couldn't go one without. It wouldn't be an unboxing if no one sent us a tract. What's this one? The Slugger. Have we done this one? The Slugger? This looks really familiar.
Let me take a look. I think we've looked at it before because we were looking for something maybe to do with Aryan. Mm-hmm. We were looking for a sports-related one, but they don't have a football one, so we might have looked at this. I think this is also one that has an adapted for black audiences version.
I helped Aryan set up his streaming stuff recently. Boy, does he have a lot of expensive toys.
Oh, yeah. This house was fucking beautiful.
Yeah. What a nice guy, too. I had such a good time. Yeah. Hey, Jake, wanted to know if you had any more to say on that MAGA hat guy bragging about his fucking up his 2-year-old, because that shit made me sick to my stomach.
What happened? I didn't see this.
I uploaded it to my
I
saw
you uploaded that.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's only 9 minutes long.
Is he like bragging about beating his kid or emotionally battering them or some shit?
So he says, I'm not going to talk about it a ton, but and you can go see it over there. If you're a member of the Discord or you looked at if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen it. I started a channel just to not flood the this YouTube with highlights from the Twitch stuff because people were asking for it. So it's over there. It's not monetized or anything. You can go there and this guy, his name is Sheepdog. I've debated him before. He rage quit on me because he's a pussy. He said he's a gun owner, obviously. He also LARPs as a serviceman. Has never actually...
Like stolen valor shit? That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Whitey Sis Scum. Thanks for the $5. I haven't come by in a while. This is my first time seeing the new setup. I like the new background 100% less Ryby. Actually,
this thing around
it's back here somewhere.
I think I set it in my bedroom, actually.
I don't even know. I don't even know what happened to her. But anyway, hopefully she's doing well. Anyway, so this guy said that he has a 2-year-old. And he brought the 2-year-old into the kitchen, set an unloaded pistol down on the table. The kid looks at the thing. It's something he doesn't understand. And he said, I baited my kid. Puts it down. The kid touches it. And he said, and then I fucked him up. I beat him up. I beat up my kid. And then he does it again. He does it a second time. He sets it down, unloaded, has the kid come in, kid touches it with his finger. I fucked him up again. Third time, he sets it down. And the kid walks by it, looks at it. I fucked him up again. Fourth time. Kid doesn't even get within 10 feet of it. Doesn't hit him. Like, what a piece of shit. This kid should be taken.
I hope someone reported with him.
It's done. Yeah, we're gonna hang the Ryby stuff with Jam Space. So here's Julian's letter. Hi, Hugo and Jake. While on vacation in Charleston, North Carolina. Charleston. Is that how you say that? Have you ever had a Charleston chew? They're awful. We should get some.
It could be a punishment on the wheel next time. We should do a wheel soon.
We should do a wheel soon. We're going to put it right there. It's going to be fun. I saw this chick tract at the city market. I immediately thought of you guys when I saw it, so I swiped it and mailed it to you. I do not believe you have done this one yet. Thanks for all your work. I don't think we have either. I know that we looked at it. So, I think they also do an adapted for black audiences version of this. Did we do the adapted for black audiences version?
Maybe. We've done a lot of those.
This guy looks like real sad Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Look at sad Bob Ross.
All right. If we have a package from Bernice Panders, she wants me to open it, by the way.
All right. I will make sure that you have that one. Almost certainly not a DVD from someone named Jay. From Ypsilanti. I'll pop this open for you. There you go. There's your package. That's French for package. Sheepdog is fucking gross. What a piece of shit.
Okay. Holy Moses, the story of Herschel. He wanted to be Moses, but he didn't have the right connections. Richard Pryor, Dudley Moore, and John Ritter. This actually might be really funny. Those are all very funny people.
John Ritter, R.I.P.
I've never heard of this. Okay. All-star comedy cast hams it up on this hilarious biblical spoof. Discovered in a desert cave in an ancient document which casts new light on an old story, the infant Moses, as the story goes, was dispatched down the Nile and rescued by the Pharaoh's daughter. But on the same morning, another child, Herschel, was also set afloat. Herschel just happened to sail past the princess with helpful nudges from Moses. So the question is, who was truly God's chosen, Moses or Herschel? Dudley Moore stars as the adult Herschel trying to find his place. Starring are Larry Ann Newman as Herschel's lusty bride, James Coco as his father and slave, and Richard Pryor as the wildly idiosyncratic Pharaoh. Oh, Richard Pryor as Pharaoh, that could be funny. I like Dudley Moore. Have you seen Arthur? He's in?
Have I seen Arthur? No, I saw the remake with what's his face?
Not as good. Dear Hugo and
name?
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand.
Greetings from a fellow Michigander. Oh, nice. Long-time Bible Reloaded listener and first-time contributor. I wanted to share with you a small piece of my youth, a biblical spoof. Oh man, I am talking
biblical spoof.
I'm talking all over myself today. A biblical spoof film of the Old Testament idiot maker Herschel, who was almost Moses, and a few other notables, but things never quite worked out for him. This sounds a little bit like
Life of Brian.
Yeah, a little
Someone
bit like
just mentioned that.
I'm hoping that you can kick back and enjoy the comedy of an era gone by with performances from now mostly dead people. At the very least, it can be a palate cleanser for that salty taste on your mouth. Maybe we'll do this as like
a fun one?
Yeah.
We don't usually do fun movies.
Maybe like on the wheel as like a reward, we can watch this instead.
How long is it though?
104 minutes. It's a full movie.
It's a little bit shorter than usual, but
sure.
I
want to throw this on the shelf somewhere.
To the shelf. I'll just put you right there. Holy Moses. What are your favorite Christian movies?
Favorite Christian movies? Like the ones that are so bad they're good?
Sure, maybe. Sure. So favorite bad one, I gotta say, we have to do a new movie. Did you see the Kevin Sorbo movie?
Yeah.
We have to do it. It's like it's Antifa Super Soldier The Purge. Fucking yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty down for that.
So we'll do that one soon, but
God's Not Dead, the first one, is still like
it's up there.
number one. I mean, that's like the
gold standard.
The benchmark because like the production quality is good enough that it's not insufferable to sit through.
Sure.
But the plot is also crazy enough that like
it's pretty up there.
And the acting is just hammy and bad, and it's pretty ridiculous. Oh man, we've watched so many though. The Fireproof is pretty fucked up. That's pretty fun. Yeah. I watched a really good review of Fireproof the other day on YouTube. I forgot who did it.
Was it by Hugo and Jake?
No.
Because ours is banned.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Whoopsie. No, someone else did one. I think she was a contributor for Cracked.
Okay.
Hers was really good. She reviewed it more from like, here are the different kinds of abuse going on in this movie angle, and it was pretty interesting. As far as like actual quality films, The Prince of Egypt is really good, although that's more Old Testament, so you could argue whether or not that's biblical or Satirical. Is that a word?
Sure.
You know what I mean. I mean, Passion of the Christ, like, I don't like it as a movie. It's not something I sit down and watch.
But well filmed.
It's like the production value is up there. It's just I don't feel the need to watch a dude get brutally fucking destroyed for like an hour and a half.
I like Noah. That's a
it's Darren Aronofsky.
Aronofsky, which right. He gets
Mother,
up his own ass.
I like Mother a lot, which is sort of a metaphorical.
Yeah.
There's
lots of those.
I forget who said it, but it's a case of oops, all metaphor. The movie, it's like it's very ethereal and like things don't make sense.
Have we done Prince of Egypt?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think we did. Maybe we should do Prince of Egypt. Maybe we should do, for December, instead of a special, maybe we should do good Christian movies week.
That might be
or
good.
A month.
Yeah.
Or we could do just 4 of those.
Sure.
That'd be easy.
Oh, Bible Man's always good too, by the way, in terms of like Christian kids TV shows. It's always hilarious. At least the Willie Aames one's always hilarious because of that villain mostly. But.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of my favorite.
I mean, we have a decent amount on that shelf. Time Changer was pretty good.
Time Changer was fucking bad good. That's a fun one.
We gotta watch that Escape from Hell. I've heard that's great. That should be on the short list for ones coming up.
The Kirk Cameron Left Behind movies are way too long.
Yeah. The Nicolas Cage one was kind of funny, but...
Yeah. That one's still on Netflix if you're interested.
Oh, Matter of Faith was good too. Voiceless.
Voiceless? Okay. Ooh, no. You know what one? I
Loving
think
the Bad Man.
No, it was the Columbine one.
Oh God.
That's the one.
I don't even remember what that one was called.
That's the one.
We've watched too many of this shit.
Bernice, is your name on there? Is your name on the package? Because I don't know if it is.
Mitchell Line, Hugo, bring back the beard. No.
Because if your name isn't on the package, I don't know who it's from. So hopefully, if you just ordered it from Amazon, I'll do my best with the notes inside of it. Because I'm wondering if this is it, but I don't know.
I'm Not Ashamed was the name of the Columbine one.
That's the one. Okay. All right. I don't know who sent this. So, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Oh, boy. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I want you to stick your hand out, and I'm going to put one of these stickers on your hand. All right. And then I want you to guess who it represents. I think you're going to get it, okay? Don't look. Okay, ready? We have a presidential dicker book. They're dick stickers. Who'd you get?
This is, I'm pretty sure this is Bill Clinton dick.
This is Bill Clinton. It's a little dick playing a sax. And then we also have a bookmark. This is your bookmark. This is for you. I won't use it. There's lots of dicks in there. That's funny. That's funny as fuck.
That is a lot of penises. Camel Oh, there's a Florida dick.
There is.
Very vascular.
There's a lot of... Look at that. On the second page, there's a really, really weird, skinny, like, noodle dick. It's, like, shriveled and weird.
There's a wooden dick. Oh, it's Abe Lincoln.
Or not. Are they scented? Do they smell like dicks?
No.
Oh.
I think we'd smell that from...
We'd smell... Because there's a lot of uncut ones on there, so it would be very obvious. What does it smell like? Explain the smell of the stickers. Of the dickers.
Oh, you could actually, like, put the dicks on them.
Yeah, you put them on. You're supposed to match them.
They smell like paper.
We can't stream any of that, but it'd be really good content. Maybe we could put it... You know what we should do? We can't stream it. It's against TOS. We could do the dicker book for patrons. Because we can't get the video taken down if it's private and only available to patrons, right?
Sure.
It's unlisted.
Yeah.
And so we could do the presidential dicker book and match the dicks with the presidents. Maybe we'll do that. We'll keep that here. Dicker book.
The Church of Sarah. God, I really wish I'd put that AC in. Holy shit.
It's still here. You can right now.
We're kind of doing a thing right now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's two of us. I can cover for you. They'll never notice. One of these. Okay, here you go.
Feels like a book.
Is this like Rami's binder of women but dicks? A little bit. A little bit. It's sort of that. It Chapter 2. Going to see that tomorrow. Oh boy.
There's a note. Let me pick it up with my toes. I bet I can do it. Yeah, monkey feet. Hi, Huggy and Jokey. Thought you might enjoy some Christian literature that's irreverent and fun for a change. Seriously, have a great read from a longtime fan. And I don't know if they want me to say their name, so I won't. But I did read it. Christopher Moore, Lamb, The Gospel According to Biff, Christ's Childhood Pal. That might be funny. The birth of Jesus has been well chronicled, as had his glorious teachings, acts, and divine sacrifices after his 30th birthday. But no one knows about the early life of the Son of God, the missing years, except Biff, the Messiah's best bud, who has been resurrected to tell the story in this divinely hilarious yet heartfelt reminiscent.
Is this
reminiscent of Vonnegut and Douglas Adams?
Okay, so you say Vonnegut. Does that mean it's not Christian friendly? Because Kurt Vonnegut was not Christian friendly.
Huh.
Slaughterhouse 5.
The angel was cleaning out his closets when the call came. Halos and moonbeams were sorted into piles according to brightness. Satchels of wrath and scabbards of lightning hung on hooks, waiting to be dusted. A wineskin of glory had leaked in the corner, and the angel blotted it with a wad of fabric. Each time he turned the cloth, a muted chorus rang from the closet as he'd clamped the lid down on a pickle jar full of Hallelujah chorus.
Thank you, Anthrax. Also, Chris Kilgore. I just want to say I jerked off to Hugo once.
All right.
There you go. We've gotten cum tributes before. Not great.
Yeah, no.
Not a good look.
I'm hoping that was just shampoo. Like they just took a picture and threw some shampoo or something on it.
I don't know. It didn't look like shampoo. Are you going to read some more of this? We got Biff.
The first time I saw the man who would save the world, he was sitting near the central well in Nazareth with a lizard hanging out of his mouth. Just the tail end and the hind legs were visible on the outside. The head and forelegs were halfway down the hatch. He was 6, like me, and his beard had not come in fully, so he looked that
his beard was 6, so his beard had to come in fully. Sergeant Whiskers, $2. More text-based love for Hugo. Sorry, Jake.
His eyes were like dark honey, and they smiled at me out of a mop of blue-black curls that framed his face. Is this going to be a romance? That's, all right.
Yeah.
There was a light older than Moses in his eyes. Unclean, unclean, I screamed, pointing at the boy, so my mother would see that I knew the law. But she ignored me, as did all the other mothers who were filling their jars at the well. The boy took the lizard from his mouth and handed it to the younger brother, who sat beside him in the sand. The younger boy played with the lizard for a while, teasing it until it reared its little head as if to bite. Then he picked up a rock and mashed the creature's head.
What the fuck?
Bewildered, he crushed the dead lizard around in the sand, and once assured that it wasn't going anywhere on its own, he picked it up and handed it back to his older brother. In his mouth went the lizard, and before I could accuse, out it came again, squirming and alive and ready to bite once again. He handed it back to his younger brother, who smote it mightily with the rock, starting or ending the whole process again. That's interesting. That's pretty funny.
So apparently, people are saying they've read this. Apparently, it's a good read.
That's good.
So maybe we should hit it up. I don't know.
That would make sense. If you had a 6-year-old with god powers, he would do weird shit with it. That makes sense.
That's funny. Okay, so this is addressed just to me right now. I don't know what it is.
Maybe D&D something. Sounds tiny pieces or something.
Sounds interesting. Let's see what happens. This is the Anthrax one. This is from Glenn. Thank you, Glenn, wherever you are. Oh, interesting. This is a bunch of animal charms to make D&D props with. There's a cute bunny. Look at this cute bunny. Wait, I have to isolate you. Can you see the... No, you can't. Anyway, there's a bunch of them. See it? Yeah. If Pennywise came at Hugo and Jake, what would he turn into? Oh boy. It's supposed to be our greatest fear? A big bill I couldn't pay. That's probably that's the thing that gives me the most anxiety, so I don't know. Other than that.
Let's see. Positive stock reports for Tesla.
Fuck! No, it's Elon Musk holding them, walking towards you, going like, I'm a billionaire! And he does that weird dance that it does in number 1. Yep. I found it. This is for you. It's going to be hard to get into. Here's some skizzers that you brought. Oh. With Hugo's raw brawn, we have no need for paltry scissors. This is from Bernice Panders.
Do Hard Things, Alex and Barrett Harris, forward by Chuck Norris. Oh, God. Most people don't expect you to understand what we're going to tell you in this book. And even if you understand, and they don't expect you to care, and even if you care, they don't expect you to do anything about it. And even if you do something about it, they don't expect it to last. We do. Is this a, Christian book that's afraid to say it's a Christian book on the cover? Do Hard Things is an extraordinary book. In fact, it will prove to be one of the most life-changing, family-changing, church-changing, there it is, and culture-changing books of this generation. I'd love for every teenager to read this book, and I'm just as eager for every parent, church leader, and educator to read it. Is there a, back cover synopsis? There isn't a synopsis. This is the only book I think I've ever picked up that's like a novel. Maybe it's not a novel. Maybe it's just like a...
Is Hugo going to do a review on It Chapter 2?
It's like a self-help book. I don't know, maybe.
We're seeing it the same day. If it's worth talking about, maybe we can do it.
Let's see what this is.
Do Hard Things. God. Got him.
It's touched by an angel. But it's just the cover from Touched by an Angel.
Alright, makes sense.
Oh, God. This is a little, mini magazine about Touched by an Angel.
Plugged in!
Visit the set, hear from the producer, and find out how Christian families dodged a bullet. Oh, boy.
Wowzers. Y'all, I'm gonna go pee. Don't do cool stuff while I'm gone. Deal.
I thought you were talking to me. I was gonna say, I've never done cool things, so...
Well, technically it was at both of us.
Okay. There's also a letter. Hugo and Jake.
Muse's legal product.
Hey, it's your crazy, Bernie-loving, atheist, activist, asexual, small YouTuber fan. I never miss any unboxings. Wanted to send more books I've saved for you, but I know you guys are swamped with them. I was so depressed to not be able to go to Meetup at Pride event, but not having transportation really clips my wings, you know? Being not too far from you guys, I hope we can meet someday. Before you are really internet famous enough to have your own groupies. LOL. I think we've plateaued. This is where we are.
Wait. Did you read this?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
After I'm done with this weekend. Anyway, I'm just sending along a few odds and ends. The VHS cover of a special episode of your favorite corny Christian show. It always made me cry back in my deluded religious past. Plus, gave me a huge crush on the angelic John Dye. Heart. R.I.P.
Is he dead?
That sentence was a wild ride. It would mean a lot if you guys react to that one next time. You get the added torture of Celine Dion. I'll check it out. The next one I already have lined up. It's the Einstein episode, but after that I can find the one with Celine Dion. The book is just for the lulz. I don't expect a review or even for you to read it, but I just don't want it in the hands of a naive, brainwashed kid. Can't wait for your next stream. Hugs, Bernice Panders. P.S. If you don't mind shouting out my channel, I can use all the help in the world. YouTube.com/ Slow X Mox Panda. So check that out.
There you go.
Slow X Mox Panda.
So, this is a thing called the Advocate Report, and it takes place in a gay bar or gay club. Do you wanna? Here, I'll be shirtless guy. You be temptress, man temptress.
Can you read that?
Sure.
I'll make a deal with you. If you go home with me tonight, I'll go to church with you tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, your church sounds cool. I've always kind of believed in God. Just didn't know God would let me be me.
So you want to go to church with me tomorrow morning? It's Saturday night.
Yeah.
You want to fuck weird after doing all these poppers.
Yeah.
And then go to church in the morning. Okay, yeah, God's totally about letting you be you.
So do we have a deal?
Deal. Let's dick.
What the fuck?
Let's do dick. Let's do some dick stuff.
WeHo Church's new Adam and Steve comic book depicts a pair of sexy young twinks.
Adam and Steve?
Sexy young twinks. Coming onto each other.
Twinks.
Certainly not a typical religious tract. Conceived and written by the West Hollywood, California Church's pastor, Terry Brewer. The Insouciant? I don't know that word. I'm gonna have to look that up later. Take on the evangelical genre, tells the story of a Christian boy who picks up a non-believer at a gay bar, only to convince him to attend church the next morning after spending the night together. It's a snapshot of the community we're trying to reach, says Brewer51, who founded the church 7 years ago for LGBT people on faith.
It's fucking
We're not
weird.
going to pretend gays don't have sex. You know, I've always said Christianity could use more rockin' twinks, so good on them.
It's very strange that they're framing it this way. Because, okay, it's like, again...
You ever get dick so good you turn to Christianity?
It feels like
it must have been perfectly shaped to hit the prostate. It must have been, like, right there.
So you know how when... Like, anytime there's... Especially this happens to lesbians a lot. They're used for sex scenes, right?
Yeah.
Two guys meeting at a gay bar or gay club while one of them is shirtless. Not great on inclusivity.
Yeah.
Because it's stereotyping them immediately. Even if this were the case, right? Even if this was a real story, it'd be fucking weird.
That's such an... by the way, if you ever go to a gay club, please don't try and hit on people by asking them to come to church with you.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't
work out.
That probably wouldn't work out. Okay. So I think this is more of the more D&D stuff. Because there's several things here. Gonna make me make my own stuff. I see how it is. Ooh, these are fucking cool. Okay. Hello, Jake and Hugo. I got these as some idea for props for your D&D game and necklace and chains and stuff. Thanks, Burke. All right. Let me see. So we have... Ooh, Sarah's gonna like these a lot. These are cute. I think Sarah's gonna like these. Can you see these? Oh, not really. They're bows with gems on the bottom.
Oh, those are cute.
And then these are also these are somewhere in between cute and cool. These are like dragon claws holding multicolored pearls. You see that? Look at that. That's neat. And then I have something in this package that I don't know what it is. Ooh, and then we have a bunch of necklie. Is that how you say the plural of necklace?
I think you say necklaces.
Necklie. Very cool. I do like D&D props. If you see something that you think I could use for D&D props, do it. Because it's fun. And I make them a lot. I like to have physical handouts. Okay. Very, very cool wizard charms. It seems as if we have multiple DVDs from Great Britain. I don't know who sent these. It doesn't have a name on it. But here you go.
Fragile must be from France. I forget what movie that's from. Fragile. Christmas Story.
There you go.
Oh, God damn it!
Do we get ones we don't want?
It's way more Bible Man.
Oh no!
That's fantastic. Actually, I don't have some of these. Oh my god. I was a little disappointed when the Christian bookstore near us closed because now I gotta order Bible Man from like what? By the way, hey, whoever owns Bible Man, Tommy Nelson Productions, when are we gonna get that Blu-ray Bible Man action? I want to see coked out Willie Aames in HD glory.
Let's see, 4K.
Skip right to 4K. Not 8K though. That's a little too much. That's too much Willie.
I think you actually can smell like that comes with like Scotch breath, right?
Yeah. Hi guys. I don't know if you remember me, Mechazoid, but I said a bunch of chick tracks a while ago. I hope you found them amusing. You've once again inspired me to delve into the world of religious entertainment. Propaganda, this time in the form of Bible Man. I think I've sustained some muscle damage from the sheer amount of cringing and facepalming I did watching these, and I would like to pass them along to you in the hope that they'll provide you with as much derisive laughter as it did for me. Wishing you all the best. Well, thank you.
I like a nice letter.
We need to do some Bible Man again.
I agree.
Want to put these on the shelf?
I do. Which ones do we get?
Incredible Force of Joy.
Oh, look at it. Ooh, it's the good ones too. The money years. Here we go. I'll take them.
Terminating the Toxic Tonic of Disrespect. This one's the non-Willie Aames one. We might have done this one. I believe we did.
Tonic of Disrespect.
It has the guy with he's a dinosaur guy and he's got a mohawk. I think we did that.
Dinosaur guy. Oh, that doesn't look familiar.
Divided We Fall. This one I definitely have not seen. Starring Willie Aames of Charles in Charge and 8 is Enough. Yeah, this is
Oh boy. Ooh, that's old school too. It's Silver Suit.
Yeah. This is actually right before he left. He got the silver suit. This was like his.
That's beautiful.
That
was his Batman Forever.
Yeah. I haven't even seen this one like personally, so I actually need to watch this one. The villain's a different guy though, unfortunately. The best part is always the villain.
Yeah, kind of a bummer, but that's okay. And, were you able to see the Silver Suit?
Conquering the Wrath of Rage, which I believe we also did.
Is that one of our first ones?
There you go. So thank you. We'll always take Bible Man and Veggie Tales and shit like that. Those are some of my favorite things.
Those are dope.
Even when we don't review them, I watch those sometimes because I find them.
I forgot to rotate the boy panties. There we go. Like a rotisserie chicken. You got to make sure they get screen time from all angles.
What is Aames up to nowadays? He is a recreation director for a cruise line.
Is that still happening?
I don't look into Willie Aames' personal life very often, so I actually don't know. But last I checked, he was a cruise director. So
that sounds like a decent gig for Willie Aames.
I mean, I'd be a cruise director. That's not bad. Being on the ocean a lot of the time, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. That seems like a fun job.
It's just like shitty Celine Dion.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he sings or anything. I think he literally just like directs stuff. He's like a manager. It's like a job, you know, which is a little. You'd think he'd be getting residuals from Charles in Charge.
So I used to. I've said this many times, but I worked at a marina across from Disney Cruise Lines and Carnival Cruise Lines and all the other ones, whatever they're called, in Cape Canaveral, Florida, and we would get business from people that did the cruise line stuff. They seemed to enjoy their job. It was a little flight attendee, but it was out on the water and not super hard.
Yeah. You
got to like live where you work for a little bit and go out and like kind of be disconnected.
I imagine your off time is pretty fun too. I assume they let you,
Jake,
go to the restaurants and
stuff. I guess I could Google it.
Cruise lines also have morgues.
Do they?
In the ship, because people die, especially old people who are on cruises. They gotta do something.
Sense.
So they have morgues on cruise ships.
Huh.
In case you didn't know that. They're not large or anything, but
I'd hope not.
They have like 3 or 4 freezers there in case someone dies.
3 or 4 people dying. Interesting.
I mean, imagine it's like a Carnival cruise line. You have hundreds and hundreds of people on the ship. A lot of them are older people doing retirement trips and stuff. Yeah.
Ronnie Alley, how much do I have to pay Hugo and Jake to do more VeggieTales? $100. $100 and more VeggieTales are coming in hot.
It'll probably be on the next wheel anyway. But there's no guarantee it'll.
There's no guarantee. But I can
that's how the wheel works.
I'll rig the wheel for $100.
No, the sanctity of the wheel must be preserved, Jake.
What a strange.
We have never faked a spin.
Wait, have we faked a spin? You said it like we have. Like, oh, we fake all of them, but no.
No.
I really don't think we've re-rolled because we've
re-rolled
something the same in a row, but
I think we've re-rolled at least once because it was just shit. I think Red Letter Media's done that too.
We rerolled once because we didn't have the whole. We had like a quarter of the video or something.
Okay.
We also did one where we had half, but we put that up because it was a funny half. Grammar Without Road Rage and Punctuation Without Panic Attacks by Deborah Glafke Gilbert. What the fuck is this? Deborah Gilbert's strategies and teaching methods make her an artist at her craft. She is a benchmark by which all other English professors should strive to equal. Her unique blend of tangential humor and bare-bones breakdown of ideas and concepts will bring clarity to even the most disenchanted learner. Her understanding of the difficulties of the laboriousness of grammar are the underlying motives for her brilliant strategies. Her methods work, I know from experience. I'm pretty good at grammar.
Wrong person, sorry. Sam Watson Taylor. Did you guys hear about Yiannopoulos being broken considering retiring?
Did you see that?
My favorite thing with that is just someone posted those and then the picture of him in that shirt that says "Stop being poor."
Yeah.
So fuck him. Fuck that guy.
So I don't know what service that even was.
It's something right-wing people have been using.
Yeah, but it's even worse than Gab, which is saying a lot. Gab, the same people that sent us an email trying to get us to sponsor them. I was like, what's this Gab shit about? And I asked the internet, and they're like, yikes. Yeah. So that never occurred. Apparently that lady was shady as fuck anyway that was in charge of it.
Remember to smell the packages to make sure it's not plastic explosives? That wouldn't help. I don't know what explosives smell like. Probably combustible, but I don't know that smell. I'm not a bomb dog.
Why did this get sent to us? You're saying one of us can't read? Which one?
Probably me. Let me see it. I could actually probably use that. I'm real bad at
punctuation. It'll literally teach you punctuation. Punctuation's easy as fuck, but I went to school for it, so maybe that's...
I never know when to use a semicolon.
Semicolon is when it's not enough for a period, and because it's not enough for a period because the thing you want to add isn't a full sentence.
But it's more than a comma.
Right. So
I can't...
a comma is a break in conversation, comma, like I just did. Semicolon, this is how. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like...
It's too short to be a sentence on its own.
And it's too much to be a comma.
Okay.
It's in between. It should continue with your thoughts. It's a strange...
This is why I like to speak my thoughts. I'm a better orator, I guess, than writing. I think I come across dumber when I write.
Jeffrey addressed this to himself for us. Thanks, Jeffrey. I know that you're in chat. Don't use a semicolon. I mean, if you should use them. They're good. You can impress people with your usage of semicolons.
Enjoy your gift from GF.
Jerf.
It looks like a parody children's book. Sarah doesn't want to be vaccinated.
Uh-oh.
Sarah is really excited about the upcoming Girl Scout trip, but there is a problem. She has no vaccination record and doesn't want to be vaccinated. Can she still go, or will she have to stay at home? Oh boy, I hope this is pro-vaccination.
She stays at home. I don't think it's it. But why would someone send us pro-vaccination? There's no way Jeffrey sent me something I liked.
This book is dedicated to all children and parents who are concerned about vaccinations and refuse to give it into the constant vaccination propaganda.
Jeffrey sends things I hate and whiskey, which is something I love. So he balances out his stuff. He's a good fella.
This is a little wordy for a children's book. I feel like you need about half this for this kind of picture book. Where one half is the monster at the end of the book.
Maybe rhyme a little bit. I do not want to get vaccinated. No, I don't. I will not get vaccinated on a boat.
We should probably.
I will not get vaccinated on a train. I like my child to feel immense pain.
Oh boy.
We could probably do this.
We could do this as a whole video in and of itself for sure.
Yeah. Look, the orb lady told me. Sarah, are you not vaccinated? This is a big problem. Is this why I have polio? I caught polio from Sarah. What a bummer. What a gosh darn bummer.
Laura got sick. She had a fever and had to be picked up after only 4 days, she tells them excitedly. I have to go call her and ask how she's doing. Oh, is the joke that one of the vaccinated kids gets sick?
Probably.
Oh, boy.
Why do vaccinated kids get sick? Because you don't finish your fucking antibiotic regimen.
No. Yeah, this is anti-vax as fuck. How obnoxious. That's great. Boy. And there's like a ton of just like bullshit at the back. Like pages and pages of long shit. I'll have to check that out.
I'm excited.
Oh no. God fucking damn it. QAnon. An invitation to the Great Awakening.
Oh god. Is this Ben and not Ben?
Q, it's time to wake up. Q is real. Q has insider knowledge. Q knows what will make news, sometimes months before it happens. Q offers more truth than the fake news of the mainstream media. Q is fighting on the right side of the war against the deep state. Q is feared and attacked by the mainstream media. Q says they don't need to attack someone who is a conspiracy they claim Q is. This book is about QAnon and the emergence of the Great Awakening. A history-making episode of the American story. Oh, boy.
Hugo and Jake make Christian mingle profiles? I don't want to catfish someone. That seems mean.
Yeah.
A Christian trying to find love, and then they get this schlubby piece of shit looking back at him like, ha ha! You religious cunt! I think that's a little mean. I think that's a little mean for me to do.
Orgy, porgy, puddin' and pie. Bill Clinton was there.
You know what would be better, though? You know what would be better, though, is going to christianmingle.com and then, like setting up profiles, but, like, low-key, like, for men.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. What was that last one? Orgy, porgy?
It's a book about Bill Clinton.
Orgy, porgy, puddin'... That's a sex book. That's a Bill Clinton fanfic sex book. Of all the... Okay, this begs the question. Which presidents would you most likely watch a porn of? And which presidents would you most least likely watch a porn of? Assume we can travel in time for this, right? All presidents that have ever existed. We'll include Jefferson Davis. He counts. And so we could pick one of them in history.
Taft, because it would be hilarious.
Taft! I think Garfield, right after the initial impact.
Yeah, was Johnson the one who showed his dick to everyone?
Johnson.
I think it's only fair I get to see it too, frankly. I'm a little
I don't think you need a porn for that. I think if you have a time machine, you just be like, Lyndon, can I see your dong?
That's fair.
And he'd be like, it's already out. And you look down, there's a fucking anaconda penis.
I think that's the problem, though. I think he would have no technique because it's all size and he thinks that's enough. You know what I mean?
No technique.
I'm just saying.
It's all size. But what if it has like a knuckle in it and it makes it all the way perfectly?
I don't know. I mean, John F. Kennedy was a young dude who was relatively attractive for the time. I don't know what his body looked like.
I'm not even necessarily thinking of the attractiveness. Just I want to know.
Obama was a pretty good looking guy when he got into office.
Yeah, but I don't want to see Obama's stroke. What I'm thinking is somebody like George W. Bush. What's he fuck like? That's got to be weird, right?
Yeah.
What was her name? Martha?
Laura.
Laura Bush?
Yeah.
Do you think Laura Bush had a bush?
Yeah.
Has? Yes. She's alive.
Yes.
You don't think she escaped?
No.
You don't think he escaped either?
No.
He's a billionaire. Why isn't he escaping? Do you think Donald Trump has waxed balls?
Absolutely not. That dude lets it run free. It looks a lot like his hair, probably, which is disturbing.
Do we have reports on LBJ's? We do have reports on LBJ's dick. I could type it in right now. How big? This is my computer. That's fine. How big was LBJ's dick?
That's my computer he's typing this into,
Lyndon B. Johnson ordering pants is a must listen?
Yeah, he had to order special pants with extra room for his massive dong.
Wait, hold on. Does this play externally? Does this... Well, how do I... Not Yeti microphone. Speakers. Nope. Nope. Hold on. Not speakers. I genuinely want to hear this. Here we go.
No, I don't know. You all just guessed at them, I think so, but once you have the measurements there, I can send you a pair. I want them ½ inch larger in the waist than they were before, except I want 2 or 3 inches of stuff left back in there so I can take them up. I vary 10 to 15 pounds a month. So give me at least 2.5, 3 inches in the back where I can let them out or take them up. And make these ½ inch bigger in the waist. Make the pockets at least 1 inch longer. My money and my knife and everything fall out. Wait just a minute.
What?
Now, the pockets, when you sit down in the chair, the knife and your money comes out. So I needed at least another inch in the pockets.
Here comes.
Now, another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight. So when you make them up, give me 1 inch that I can let out there because they cut me. They're just like riding a wire fence. These are the best that I've had anywhere in the United States. But when I gain a little weight,
imagine you're a tailor.
So
and the president calls you to get some pants.
Because your nuts are too big.
And he
talks to you about his nuts.
That's fantastic.
That's good shit. I like that. So, wait, I still don't know how big his penis was. How big was LBJ's dick? Mondo Dongs. Power ranking every U.S. president by their dick size? What the fuck?
Can we get to the next
I gotta
packet?
know. We can. Okay, Truman's the lowest. Truman got 44th.
They didn't make him measure. It's not like the president.
Teddy got number 1. Ulysses S. Grant, Andrew Jackson. Maybe.
They're just saying that because he rode a moose.
He talked incessantly about his schlong because it really was the length of his forearm. You fucking lie.
Just because someone says their dick is big doesn't mean it is.
It was nicknamed Jumbo. LBJ was obsessed with his dick.
Are we done talking about President Dicks now?
No. What? Okay, someone find me actual size info, okay?
Okay, no one has specific size information on the penis.
Someone does. You telling me the CIA doesn't have info on that? What are they for? What are they for if they don't have dick intel on LBJ? What if he comes back from the dead? We gotta know. He could be a threat. We don't know. Oh! Alright, this last one is from Brooker. He got us the Dungeons and Dragons set.
Oh.
Comes with a PHB, a monster manual, and a dungeon master's guide. But they're all the special editions.
Yeah.
So, they come with foil covers. So we got the normal DM screen. Here's the DMG in beautiful, beautiful foil cover. Ooh. We also have the monster manual. Ooh, looking good. They smell amazing too. And then the PHB, which has more dope foil covers. Thanks, Brooker! Brooker also got us the, there's more on the back here. Oh. Anyway, this is everything you need to play Dungeons and Dragons. I still have some starter sets to give away. These are fucking cool. And it's also very cool because some of our books are in pretty bad shape after being used so much. So thank you very much. I'm thinking about keeping this on the second set. Just propped up. I think that'll look good. Mm-hmm. It's heavy as balls. Look, we've got a trash box. It happened. We just had to be patient. That's all. A little patience. Oh, shiny books are superior. It's the only way to read, really, with high gloss finish. Keep these for D&D. You toss that and that. There we go. We did it. The PHB is falling apart downstairs. If the CIA can find Osama bin Laden's porn, then we can find out how long was Jumbo. Never stop dreaming, friends. I'm gonna find out. We're gonna deep dive Jumbo at some point, okay? We're gonna figure it out. All right, so this is the end of the stream. You have roughly 10 minutes to send super chats and make sure we get your questions answered for anything. We're gonna record some Cheape tomorrow. So we'll have some Cheape, and then what else do we want to do this week besides a Cheape? We did maybe an Address the Nation again at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do an Address the Nation, and that one will be fun. Take the book to Staples and they can rebind it. Interesting. Maybe they can. Ooh, should we play the dick game for patrons? We should. We should play the dick game. I'm very down with dick game.
I'm assuming the big one in here is supposed to be Jumbo.
The big one? Let's see it. How big is it?
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
That's thick. But it's like thick at the head and it gets skinnier as it goes toward the base, which is a little weird.
When's Hugo's next campaign? Well, the current campaign. We're probably gonna do it the week after this, I assume.
Okay.
Thank you for good stream. Yeah, thank you. Deep Jumbo dive. So what else happened? Contra got canceled. Stupid. I have a whole thing about that made me mad. What else is happening? What else are we coming out with? We're gonna do a wheel. We did a Sharpio or a Sharipo. That's coming. We want to do another movie. I thought you mentioned wanting to do a movie. Did you have one in mind?
We could do what's his name? Hercules. Is that one out? Or is
Sorbo? I don't know. I think we just got trailers for it. So.
Good question. People been wanting us to do that abortion one.
We could do the abortion one.
The R-rated one that I don't think we did. The Pure Flix one. I forget the name. I'll look it up. Pure Flix.
Yeah. We also have Charisma Saves.
I might want to do a fun one, though. Maybe we'll do Escape from Hell. But
yeah. We also have Charisma Saves on Friday. Unplanned was the one.
Yeah.
I have more merch in the works for it, too. Sergeant Whiskers with $5. Which president would win in a gay orgy to the death? By the way, I love you too, Jake. What the what's again? Hold on.
Sounds like...
Are all the presidents... So I'm assuming all the presidents in one orgy to the death?
Yeah.
You just fuck each other to death?
Yeah. Thomas Jefferson's going to give everyone smallpox.
Andrew Jackson?
Yeah, sorry. My bad. Whoopsie.
Thomas Jefferson's gonna...
Thomas
Jefferson's beelining for Barack Obama, and you know why. And you know why, okay?
He had, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
Starts with a J, ends with an R.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big hugs, thanks. It's got a 1-day theater release in October. Of course it does. It's gonna be shitty. Man, I don't know how. Well, how do you end somebody in a presidential orgy to the death? Warren G. Harding was a dirty fucker, I bet.
Either rippage and tearage.
Rippage and tearage.
Or,
wow.
Just general exhaustion, dehydration. Heart attack for Taft. Almost certainly. He couldn't get out
I feel like Teddy would be pretty brutal.
He couldn't get out of a bathtub. There's no way he makes it out of other presidents' buttholes.
Teddy Roosevelt definitely fucks dirty. He's definitely not playing by the rules, if you know what I mean. He'll go down and we don't have any Cuban presidents. Do we have any Cuban adjacent presidents? He'll kill them. You not like Cubans. I feel like this joke would become a lot less tasteful if we'd ever had a female president. It's an orgy, it's not against anyone's will.
Yeah.
Maybe the murder is, but I'm assuming they're all in it to win it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nixon does the one president who was only there for 30 days, does he
Garfield?
No, the one that died of a cold.
Oh, I don't know his name.
I forgot. James K. Polk, maybe?
Polk? Was it Polk?
Does he, if he came back, would he know? How embarrassing. I got elected president and then fucking died after a month because I didn't wear a coat during my inauguration.
I feel like Abe Lincoln wouldn't bust until the end. He seems like the type of guy who could hold out, you know?
I'm trying to think of Gettysburg Address cum jokes.
Get it 7 years ago. Old Mary Todd had me by the balls.
I think he just, I don't know. Abe Lincoln fucked crazy, so... Because Mary Todd
went nuts after her child died.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they had a lot of fuck after that, right?
Oh.
This machine kills fascists.
She's like, oh, I don't know, Abe, I'm feeling pretty... I don't care. I emancipated the slaves. You're going to take this log.
Is that a cabin joke?
Yes, it is.
And then Mary Todd's like, all right.
Yeah, because it's the
presidential log.
Because it's 100.5 years ago, and
she didn't have
dicks just go where they want.
That's
basically
true.
At that point.
It's true.
And he's naked except for the hat. He keeps the hat. It's a status symbol. It's phallic.
It's definitely phallic.
Yeah.
All right. There wasn't there speculation that Abe Lincoln was bi? Probably not. Come on.
Some people I think say he might have been banging his
You think so?
I don't necessarily think so. I'm just saying what other people have said and what I've heard them say, that he was intimate with his bodyguard, but I don't know anything about that. I find it very unlikely that between the 40-some-odd presidents we've had, none of them have been at least a little bit gay.
Sure.
I guarantee it. It's only very recently in American history that it's been okay to be open.
I don't hate Bicon Abe Lincoln. Commentary on President Abraham Lincoln's sexuality has been documented since the early 20th century. Attention to the sexuality of public figures has been heightened since the gay rights movement. In 1926 biography of Lincoln, Carl Sandburg alluded to the early relationship of Lincoln and his friend Joshua Fry Speed as having, quote, a streak of lavender and spots soft as May violets. Streak of lavender was slang in the period for an effeminate man and later connotated homosexuality. Sandburg did not elaborate on his comment.
That's interesting.
There were some documents found that were allegedly found hidden in floorboards of an old store once shared by Lincoln and Joshua Speed. Is Joshua Speed... Is this his Brokeback Mountain? This makes it sad.
Yeah.
Joshua Speed. Oh, he did look a little effeminate. That's how they drew him. That's interesting. Very soft. Very good looking. I think he'd be very famous nowadays. Look at that. Ooh, and David Derrickson. I thought it said Dickerson, which... Poetic. Lincoln's bodyguard. Ooh! Can we get gay Abe Lincoln movie about him and his bodyguard fucking?
It might happen eventually.
Yeah.
Gay Republicans call themselves log cabin Republicans because of Lincoln, because they think Lincoln was gay. Not all of them, but that's why they're called log cabin Republicans.
Gay Republicans are called log cabin Republicans?
Yeah.
I'm just learning about this.
Yeah. Mozzarella sticks sound really good.
Are you going to eat some mozzarella sticks?
I don't know. I was just looking at this, and it's a picture of someone watching Shrek 2 and eating mozzarella sticks, which sounds like a fantastic night, frankly.
When's your next presidential address? Later this weekend. Later this week. Stop making me laugh. Can't do it. Impossible. Okay, so I think that's it. Anything else we have to do?
I don't think so.
Any other housekeeping? Thank you so much for sending stuff. Again, you can send to the P.O. Box, which is 6544 Saginaw, Michigan 48608. Did I get it?
I don't know. It's on Jake's Twitter page, I believe, on his description of his Twitter
page.
What?
Sarah will put it in chat.
Okay.
Green ketchup. Legendary Biconic Lincoln versus Token Straight Jake.
Wait, is someone saying they fucking eat mozzarella sticks with ketchup? Jesus Christ. No. What is wrong with you?
Stop it.
Get marinara sauce if you want something like that. Don't fucking put ketchup on that.
I will accept a high-end ranch as well.
That's like one step away from fucking sketty and noodles.
Sketty and noodles?
That's what they called it on...
Wait, why do they call it sketty and noodles?
Sketty and butter. That's what they called it on that Honey Boo Boo show.
Yeah, but you
should... They'd literally like microwave pasta and then just put like ketchup and butter, and it's disgusting.
Sarah should put it in chat anyway if she hasn't already. Don't use the books too hard, nerd. Thanks again, Brooker! Brooker, every once in a while, comes out with he swings for the fences and gets us something dope, so I appreciate that. So, yeah, if you want to catch out Charisma Saves on Friday, that'll be at twitch.tv/actualjake. That's where we do all those. We also upload all of those to Unpop. So go over there. What a cool chat. We enjoyed it a lot. We're going to do Hugo and Jake Address the Nation this weekend. And that should be a good time. If you find really interesting articles, send them to Hugo on Twitter. Because you use it less and you should be able to see them. I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't bring a beverage. I should have brought a beverage. I didn't think about it. Love you too, Ronnie. Love you too. I've been playing Minecraft recently. I just made my first contraption. I made a automatic minecart thingy, like a highway. It's fun.
Oh, I thought you meant like with the like some people. Have you
with redstone, the powered rails.
Have you seen some of the crazy shit?
They make like TI-84 computer like calculators and shit. I don't understand.
Someone made a functioning Pokemon game on there.
That's
like there's this. I don't understand how that works. In fairness, I don't know how like circuitry in real life.
They might need a mod to add some of the sprites and
probably,
shit.
But like,
Mustard Bus with $5. Hugo, have you ever had the Bibleman action figures? Tried hunting them down, but people want more for them than a Willie Aames is worth.
In fairness, Willie Aames isn't. We're so mean to Willie Aames. For the record, I don't have anything against Willie Aames.
Come on the show, Willie. Let's talk about Bibleman.
But no, I never had the action figures or anything. What I did have, which I wish I hadn't gotten rid of when I was a kid. It wasn't the Bible Man armor, but it was the full armor of God. And it was like knight armor and helmet and shield and sword, but it had like sword of the spirit, shield of faith, and like different shit on them. They were pretty funny. Hurt my head though.
You hurt your head?
There was like a knob in the inside of the helmet on the top, so if anything like came down in your head, it would be like, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the goal. Brain damage until they don't question their religion. Yeah.
It's a rough one.
Anyway, that's it.
That's it. That's all of it. We have nothing else for you.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We love you deeply. Again, if you want to send stuff to the P.O. Box, it's always a fun time hanging out and reading your letters and seeing what kind of crazy shit you find all over the internet. And obviously, it sometimes it shows up on the channel. So there's that. I had that toy. All right.
See you guys next time.
Give him a smooch.
No.
Give him a lick. Nick Turncoat came in under the wire. $5 super chat. Have you read any Bookchin, Chomsky, Kropotkin, Goldman, or Bakunin?
None of them.
I've read a little Chomsky. A little bit. Mostly I've listened to Noam Chomsky talk. Much better than reading. Who would do such a thing? Guys, books shouldn't be boring, okay? I know this comes from a history nerd, but I don't find this boring. But, like, political like, dissertations.
I listen to...
I'd rather listen, yeah. Anyway.
This video is sponsored by Audible. No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay. Stop!